today I'm busy, so I explain about harmonious justice. This is my term. I define it for political justification of the politics of today. I have to be short to explain things, so I'm busy today. At first, I told about justice. One piece before my lecture, and Aristotle said he divided justice to parts. One is total justice, and other one is partial justice. Or I said it before part. I said it individual justice, but more exactly expression is partial justice, maybe in English. Partial. Aristotle thought universal justice is or total justice is universal thing. Everywhere and anytime, every time we should obey it. And partial justice is not so. We choose time and occasion for individual situations. So he thought justice can divide to parts. His lecture book, politics or politics taught it for us in contemporary time, and I explain and more the partial justice can divide other two parts by Aristotle, and one part is divided justice, distributive justice, or more simple word, in more simple word, divided justice, justice of deviation, and other parts is accommodative justice, I say so, and more simple word, adjustment justice, more simple word, in more simple word, to adjust. First, we are changing things we think it has variations or value. We call it economy, and for example, we work and we divide money each other. This is divided for our ability, for our abilities. One person is competitive or efficient, and other one is not so, more or less. So we have to divide more competent personality has more divided more many results. This is meaning to get more money for efficient person, for an efficient person, and if it is not so, we feel unfair or injustice. So, or wrong thing, because one person is diligent but others are lazy. This called divided justice by Aristotle, I think. And but this efficiency makes more equality. One person has more money, but others have less money. For example, this situation is not so comfortable. One person feels envy. So this feeling brings sometimes resentment. This term defined by Sartre. In English, perhaps resentment. This is not comfortable because we need something value, but other person has more big part of the variation. We can't fulfill our desire by the inequality. So we need other type of justice. This is called adjustment justice. For example, tax is for it, I think. The government adjusts our inequalities to fulfill more or less our desires, more or less, and we feel its readjustment can get daily necessities. For example, in Japan, welfare system is functioning for the adjustment. In US, perhaps Obamacare was it. Unequal society is not comfortable because too wide gap of income or earning or capitals or assets, properties, and fortunes. There is equal opportunities and there is equality of outcome. These terms are explaining the same thing. うんうんうんうんうん Aristotle was understanding these two types of partial justice. And I want to say today, new term can explain more simple these things. I said the first part of this lecture, harmonious justice. This term is defining that to divide and to adjust these two aspects are these two aspects need same time necessarily perhaps necessarily but these two parts are two parts need appropriate moderation. We have concept of the middle way, and this thing is same. We need to use harmonious justice to select the time and the occasions. For example, today's 2023 and today we are seeing Mr. Elon Musk earns very big money, and he has big part of social capital or Americans' social capital, United States social capital. Perhaps his share is not his share part is too too many maybe because some people have not in US some people haven't daily necessities for example, food and clothes, or something to live. Essential things, something, paper or towels, or etc. And I see that some people of US is doing drug addiction. We can see it in YouTube. This is decadence in US society. Maybe I know the name of Philadelphia is Americans founding father Benjamin Franklin's country or hometown, but in YouTube movie, drug addiction people are walking in town as if zombies. That was shocking thing for me. That decadence is unacceptable for me. Perhaps it's cause at least some parts of the cause came from too wide gap of income of American people. Maybe this can explain the American society is losing harmonious justice for their mind. And I explained about giving pledge or by giving pledge by Mr. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and others. Last session of my lecture in English. That came from founders, American founders, Puritan thoughts, revival, maybe, but in unconsciously, maybe. However, the giving pledge is important because that can be revived. Harmonious justice. I say we need at the same time divided justice and adjustment justice. But in generally, in the US society, of today, is lacking, missing, insufficient in adjustment of people's inequality. I see so, and I was born and I have been living Japan is imitating this aspect from US society. I think this is not good, so I taught this thing today for English speaking people or English users of the world. If this was listened in other countries, US or Japan, these both societies are not perfect, and the people in these countries are obsessed in to get money, more money, or to be successor, to be a successor, or to success in economy, or individual desire to get the valuations for them. In Buddhist thought, can tell the valuations of in this world is empty, and besides, yet again, our bodies and souls are also empty. Buddha said so in Japanese Hanya Shingyo, classic of Buddhist, Heart Sutra in English. but this was written in this was written in creativity recently or after Gautama Siddhartha died after long ago. So maybe somebody made up the theory, but early Buddhist scriptures were explaining something more or less. So I can say the emptiness philosophy was told by Gautama Siddhartha himself too. Perhaps, and the philosophy of emptiness in Buddhist term, we call it sunyata, perhaps, and in Japanese we call it ku from kanji's pronunciation. Terminology ku. But in English, more simple, emptiness or empty. All things are empty is the essential of Buddhist theory, because everything is changing and someday it will be vanished. Maybe, but Gautama Siddhartha said Buddha in honorific title, honorary title is Buddha. This is meaning enlightened person in English, and again Buddha said don't be obsessed everything. For example, love is also same by Buddha. Enlightened person. The enlightened person said, don't be obsessed in everything. Of course, in the love too. European and American or other civilized societies don't feel it is true because they believe in love, especially the love for God or love by God. in terminology, agape, academic terminology or technical term, we call this concept is agape, and Christians' love is meaning agape. This is more simply charity mind for all people, but Buddha, the enlightened person in Buddhist says, don't be obsessed in agape too, because everything is empty. The reason why I explained it in philosophy of Far East, in Japan, we philosophers, intelligent philosophers should know these things more or less, or the philosophy of agape is resembled to Buddhist charity mind, but we know that the harmony of the limit I said the middle way, in other words, the golden virtue in English term or European term from Old Greek philosophy. We are we should be following in the middle way in virtues, especially in practical aspects. Aristotle says same things in his lectures. At end, we can, in the end, eventually after all, we can think harmonious justice is what is to know the limit of charity, but this charity needs to get a good society, because too wide social gap or inequality can't feel comfortability. completeness in the life on earth. Not only to divide our variations, but also we need to adjust it for others who hasn't enough the value or variations. This can explain the term of charity or mercy for others in terminology or in academic term of theory. It's called as agape. However, this has limit that can't rescue or save everyone necessarily, because for example, two bad people or two corrupted, depraved people are not efficient or their own fault to get low deviation because they may be lazy or not diligent, or they may have vices, something. For example, I explained that obsession for drugs in some people of American society, they might be get out from their bad members and bad society to work for others or to revive themselves to get virtue, to live good life. I hope their rescue, of course. However, it has the limit. Perhaps the total justice by Aristotle can explain it. Roughly speaking, the good person can or should get good result, and but the bad people or that person should get a bad result. We call it karma in Buddhist or Indian philosophy term. India's philosophy term, we call it karma. This is universal perhaps. However, we should have harmonious justice to rescue or to for that peace to live good or to live with peace of mind in our societies or our civilizations. My today's lecture is that's all. I summarize it. Harmonious justice is explained by Aristotle, the partial justice, but I said the partial justice parts divided justice or adjusted justice are adjusted justice needed both at the same time, and this concept I call it harmonious justice, and we need some middle way to get optimal optimal level or degree to get harmony of society, not to inequality, not to unfair, in moderation, reasonability, reasonable, good degree, there is a good degree. For example, in money, easy to understand, too much gap is bringing too much gap brings envy, but if tax or charity adjusts these gaps, we feel a little better to leave the society. So the harmony of justice can remake our society to variable to live variably for good life. And I enlightened the limit too from emptiness by Buddhism. Harmonious justice can bring the harmony of the lives. However, we can't change good or bad in the people because there is karma. I explained today harmonious justice. Goodbye.